Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight is a live stream. It's the SSN Nation members only live stream. That's right. Members only can be in the chat room. Everybody else you can watch. And tonight we have to talk about a few things. Those few things are very, very serious. Is there a global reset? You guys tell me. What can you do about it? We always have solutions, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll have to talk about that as well. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And first things first, because I forgot the last couple of live streams, please smash the like button. And that's so the YouTube guys know that we have people in the house watching the SSN Nation live streams. And once again, the global reset, ladies and gentlemen. What does that mean to you? A lot of you may be confused about what the global reset is because, you know, the financial industry can do whatever they want. 9 times out of 10, they're holding your money. You're being held hostage, but you're getting returns for being held hostage. They can take your money at any time and leave you with zero if they want to. So therefore, they're doing other things behind your back or in plain sight, as you guys here in the SSN Nation know. But first, let's see who's in the house tonight. It looks like Auntie Val is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation members only live stream on Wednesday with the icon. That means she's a member of the channel. And she says her tagline, "Good evening, fam." She has the heart. She shows the strength and the support, ladies and gentlemen. And she says she received a notification right on. At least somebody saw a YouTube notification or received it and may have seen the trailer. That is awesome. All right, let's see who else is in the house. And by the way, AKA Professor Auntie Val, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Information is abundant. You never know what may come out of her chat. So please stay tuned. All right, Robbie D Solutions also here from Philly, which means it's DJ Robbie D from Philly in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream where it's members only chat, those with the icon next to their name. He says, "What's up, SSN Nation? What's up with YouTube? DJ Robbie D," which is Robbie D Solutions. Thank you so much for being here once again. Very nice to see you. He says, "I got my notification." Oh my, we're starting off pretty good tonight. That is very, very awesome. Victor Marrero's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream where it's members only chat, meaning those with the icon can only be in the chat room. Everybody else, don't go anywhere because you can watch. All right, he has his tagline, "Hi all, let's do this." And that's what we have to talk about here, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why we talk about the global reset tonight is because it's happening right underneath your feet. Why do you think stocks have dropped 30%? Why do you think crypto has dropped 70, 80, 90? Some went to 0, 100%. Why do you think interest rates are going up so you can't borrow? That's right. And why do you think there's less jobs? So you can't pay what you borrowed. All of this reset is happening right underneath your feet. Why do you think the cost of goods and services are rising, outpacing your paychecks? Why do you think gas is rising while these companies are making record profits? That's right. Check their sheets. Check their profit and loss statements. Record profits in the billions. That just means they actually could have saved $1 a gallon, $1.50 a gallon, but They want you to believe otherwise. And you're paying for it all the way around. Tax money going to these same companies. Global reset is happening. They don't want you to even buy gold, silver, and precious metals. That's why they manipulated that to stay the same. So Victor Marrero, thank you so much. And we're getting into it, ladies and gentlemen. Byzantine Red is in the house. He doesn't have the icon, but he's a member elsewhere. I love it. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Byzantine Red. He says, okay. Welcome again, man. Thank you so much for being here. Vanessa Comma Gates in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Members only chat. Thank you so much for being here. He says, hey, boss and SSN fam, got the notification. That's what Vanessa Comma Gates says. She said it. Notification. Wait a minute. Is that 4 people? That is early. That is fast. That is often. And by the way, in order for us to be the best, right? In order for you to be the best, you're going to have to be diversified. You're going to have to stay up on the financial situations around the world. You can't just stick to your own backyard anymore. What affects you happens around the globe. So it's not like you can sit here and say, well, I'm just going to do this business and think you're only in your own little bubble. Hell, even financial institutions are at risk right now. They have borrowed money. The buildings are toppling down, and I don't mean physical buildings. I mean their financial structure is toppling. The house of cards are coming down because of leverage. They have no choice but to do a reset, and you, ladies and gentlemen, get to take advantage of these such things. A global reset. Think about it. What does that look like? First of all, you guys know I have to get into a little something, right? Before we get into this, because I want to show you something, because the Federal Reserve, those guys are very, very funny. So I just wanted to point something out here. All right. We got to talk first, because this is how they get you on the global reset. Remember when they were saying a month or two back, when they were like, we're not going to be tapering anymore. We're not going to be buying up anything anymore. Well, how do you produce money? Some of you may say, well, you go down to a place and they print up money, special ink and all that, special paper. You might think they might just do that. Okay, that's one way they could do that. But that's a whole bunch of money you got to print up, right? An easier way is to have an IOU. So how do you have an IOU? You start buying up Treasury notes and bonds. This is June 14th, ladies and gentlemen. Notice the Federal Reserve will begin reducing its holdings of Treasury notes and bonds. What the hell is this? I'm going to say one thing. If I have some money, and let me see if this is even on the screen, because this is crazy. If I have some money or don't have any money, let's put it like I don't have any money, okay? And I turn around and I say, hey, I have some bonds. Who's going to invest in these bonds? And I'm going to give you 3.8% in 2 years. Is that not printing up money out of thin air? I believe it is, because you're giving me the money. Thank you for bringing it in-house. And now, not only that, I still get to grab some money that we're printing up. And then guess what? I get to buy more bonds with money we printed up. That causes inflation, ladies and gentlemen. So these guys sitting here talking about reducing, buying bonds, are right now. I see how they are right now. They've already started early tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. When something goes down like this is what they do. When we got to talk serious, they don't want you to eat chicken either. The price is doubled. Exactly, Victor Marrero. Eating rotisserie chicken is now a luxury. Talk about it. Tell us about it, Marrero. Again, you guys are out here not paying no attention to anything, and they're stealing your life from you. They're stealing your future life from you, and they're stealing your family's future life, because if you think this is just the start, this is going to get worse. because where else are they going to get money from? Out of your pockets. So that means you need to make more money, ladies and gentlemen. And as you guys know, I have the standard information down below in the description. First off, what can you do about it? You need to start your own business. I don't care what it is. Do something you like to do, because in that way you'll get up and do it if you can. Other than that, go for the other way. On the other end of the spectrum is, I need to make money, so go for something that's going to make you money. But no matter how you slice it, we're all going to have to make even more money than what we make now. Look at what Moreau just pointed to. The price of chicken has doubled. Chicken traditionally has been abundant, has been pretty cheap. It always beat the price of beef. But now look, almost nearly the same price. Doubled. Did anybody get any doubled? Look, even if you made $100,000 last year, who's getting $200,000 now? Even if you're in business, in order to double your profits, you have to do a whole bunch more in overall revenue. So these are something that you're going to have to consider, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why you have to get on it. The global reset, what you can do about it is diversify. And here's something else you can do about it, because we have solutions here, right? Solution is this. You have to diversify and think outside of your own nation. Some of you are already ahead, because I'm going to go back to our pre-construction in the Dominican Republic. But some of you are down in Tulum, Mexico. Some of you are down in Playa del Carmen. Some of you are over in the Philippines getting property. Some of you are already globally getting some piece of the pie, because globally things are going to be different in those places than they are maybe in the United States. So therefore, you're setting yourself up for, if something happens in one region, you still have revenues and a way to live. That's what you need to do. Diversify, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So again, we're 12 minutes in. In case you just arrived, please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about during the course of this live stream, please subscribe to the channel. Now, if you're trying to get into the chat room, just keep in mind, only members with the icon can be in the chat room tonight. That's it. All right. And that's why you can't get in the chat room. So if you want to say something, otherwise you're going to have to wait and make comments down below, and we'll get to that as well. So here's what I wanted to get into. This right here is a travesty. The Federal Reserve on June 8th had a portfolio totaling $8.97 trillion in assets, an increase of 4.25 trillion. Now, I just want to say something just so you guys here in the SSN Nation can understand. You have to think of things in a different light sometimes. This is on the Federal Reserve balance sheet, buying up debt, doing all kind of crazy. Okay? To me, I don't know about you, but if we're $30 trillion in debt, just because they're buying up, they're not considered a part of government, even though we kind of say they are. But the point I'm trying to make here is, I consider what the Federal Reserve is buying up as debt also. Add that to our United States debt clock. So we're really like 45 trillion in debt. Who's going to pay this back? Who's going to pay this back? Who's going to get this money? Who did this money go to? Think about it when you really start thinking about it. All right? Come on. And they don't want you to eat chicken either, is what we're talking about here. And this is why the global reset's going down. And you're not doing anything if you think you're sitting up here going, okay, Eric, I have my business and I'm rolling. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Anything can happen. If the pandemic didn't teach you that, just because you're rolling right now doesn't mean you're going to be rolling next year. They're going to implement some more tax situations for you. It is not over. All of your taxes. I'm talking about real estate. I'm talking about IRS. I'm talking about business taxes. I'm talking about the whole gamut. They're going to have to grab money from somewhere. And by the way, they're grabbing money from banks right now. There's some banks that have been closing. Luckily enough, they have closed. And another bank has taken over the deposits. That's good. But I'm wrapped up in a bank that closed. The brokerage account is still held up. That money potentially could be gone. Unbelievable. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is unfreaking believable. In Georgia, First State Bank. That's right. These, I can't believe it. All right. That's all I'm going to say right now. All right. Things are happening. They go, they're depositors. You guys can get your money at this other bank. But if you had a brokerage account with this, we got some things to think about. Okay. All right. You guys are cute. Now, let's get into it some more, ladies and gentlemen, because the Federal Reserve is no friend of yours. All right. Here we go. You see this. Hold on. Let me put it back on the screen. You see this chart right here that I'm about to put up. Look at this. Look at this. Billions of dollars. The portfolio's reserves, portfolio of Treasury securities has grown significantly. What does this look like on this chart? See, we were always doing quantitative easing, even under when Obama shows up. You're wondering why your stock market was going good, right? Well, here's the reason. Part of it is because they're giving out loans, buying up treasuries. These guys are buying back their shares of stock. So we have this beautiful, beautiful thing rising. Then 2020 rolls up, 2021, and these guys just go off the charts. What's happening to all this tapering that we're talking about in 2021? I thought you were tapering. I don't see any tapering here. Do you guys? Let me see if anybody here see any tapering anywhere. Wouldn't tapering look kind of like, well, nothing on this chart? Because if you call this little thing here in 2018, 2019 as tapering, then that is not tapering in my book. I need to see something go drop down here sharply. I don't need to see some level off and then barely go down. And then all of a sudden we got to start buying some more when 2020 rolls around. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. You guys don't be naive out here. We are about to get screwed. This is why some of us are predicting the Great Depression type scenario because of this right here. There's no tapering. These guys just keep buying up securities, lying to the public. It's simple. All right. So again, this is how the Great Reset happens because guess what? All of the world's central banks, the monetary funds are doing the same thing because they need to keep their top 10 percenters flush with cash on this grandiose idea that these guys are going to go out here and hire more people, open up more businesses instead of buying more jets, more yachts, going wherever they want to the moon. But that has never been proven true at all. They've never done that. They just go out there and buy toys. You guys, if you missed the previous live stream, all-time record highs in 2021 for boat sales, for yacht sales, for jet sales. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Luxury items that cost hundreds of millions of dollars in some cases. These guys are out there buying them. They're not sitting there going, well, I'm going to go open up another $10 million business and employ 1,000 people. They're not doing that. This is 2022. And since when is a company benevolent? Let's get real out here, ladies and gentlemen. It's real in the field. All right. So what can we do about it? We can't join the $100 million club or $50 million club or $20 million club and go out here and do something, right? But what you can do is, in case of a global empire downfall, you have to be set up. And remember, here's some things I need to talk with you about financially. Remember gold and silver and precious metals? While they've been making sure those prices have been down, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're entering into a territory where you should start considering adding a little bit more of that gold, silver, precious metals into your hands. I'm not talking about putting it on some online securities that's an ETF. No, I'm actually talking about something that you can hold in your hands, your grubby hands. I'll call that because you're out here working hard, right? So now is the time. They've made it low, low, low. It's hovered about this point. There's no reason. They cannot stop the inflation. They're out here still buying stuff. They're out here still doing the same old thing. Charts don't lie. Money don't lie. And whenever you're adding to the money supply like they're doing, whenever you're out here bailing out companies that should be bankrupt internally, there's a problem. Because who's going to be paying for it is us. And that's why the global reset is going on right now with the crypto situation. That also is part of the game plan, because you know at the end of this, they're going to try and come out with some sort of digital asset. I'm talking about governments. And you know why they're going to do that. Because if you think tracking $600 payments through PayPal is a thing, or Venmo or Cash App is a thing, wait till they're sitting there going, oh, we're tracking every transaction from this wallet address, and we can see when X amount of dollars are being moved. Because remember, crypto wasn't clear, wasn't hidden. It's always a ledger that anybody can see. Once they know your wallet address, then they can see transactions that you have done, incoming and outgoing. And when a government owns it, you best believe they're going to know your wallet address, just like they know your bank account right now. All right. Those will be global assets. And so when you have China over here reducing their Federal Reserve's interest rate in an inflationary environment, they're adding to the global reset, knowing this full well. They know what's going down. They're like, oh, well, we might as well just do it. What the hell? Just blow this whole thing up. Maybe we can get the number one currency instead of the USA. Maybe we'll get world currency with our yuan. I know that's what they're aiming for, because then they can do everything that the United States has done for the last 100 years. All right. So think about all this down below in the description. Don't forget to get, still to this day, you have to get crypto at these low prices. Well, let's just say the top crypto. Altcoins, those are going to be sketchy. All right. Now, you got to get yourself some crypto. You got to get yourself some stocks. You got to start your own business. That's why I have Opus Virtual Office down below, because again, I do not think you should have a business at your home with your home address on there using your corporation or LLC paperwork. You should have a virtual office, because people are going to get crazier and crazier. You don't need people showing up at your address, so you use a virtual office. The virtual offices have this advantage. You have a business phone number. It's tied to 411. You also have a business fax number. You also have a business credit reporting by Opus Virtual Office, because you have their service. The $99, if you go monthly, is a tax write-off for your business. Somebody answers the phone live, not you, another person. They have a receptionist that answers your phone in your company name. I can't say this is very, very helpful. They can transfer the call to any phone number you want to. If it's your cell phone, if you still have a house phone, whatever phone, they can transfer it to you or not. They can transfer it to voicemail. Either way, you're set up where it's in a virtual location. The mail, your business mail, goes to that location. But again, the world is crazy. You never know what's going to happen. All it takes is a president to accuse you of something and you're innocent. Next thing you know, you have people at your front door. That's right. Okay. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get real out here. People are crazy. They believe anything. All right. You never know. All it has to do is somebody comes out and says, hey, this person did this or that business did that, and they feel a certain way. People are showing up. So all I'm saying, Opus Virtual Office should be a thing that you need to do. Diversify. We already talked about something you should diversify. But remember, when you're in business, you also can diversify, because sometimes your business is global. Okay. And that you guys know I've been a staunch advocate of Airbnb experiences. That's what I've been a staunch advocate about. So, of course, I have a link down for Airbnb for you to become a host. Come on now. You can be a host for property. You can be a host for what you love to do. Glass blowing, for instance. If you go and do that, you can actually put that as a host to have people come down and learn how to do glass blowing, and while you're doing it anyhow, and get paid, because people are on vacation coming to your city or an area near you. Why not? If nobody signs up, you don't lose anything. There's no monthly fee for Airbnb. You only get paid when somebody uses your service. So think about it. So yes, I have the link down below for that as well. And I have the link down below for your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. I have the link down below for your free $10 of Coinbase. I have the link down below so you can earn your free Bitcoin from Crypto Tab. I have all those every live stream. I have the same things. Now, let's get into some other things, shall we? Because, everybody wants to deal with, here's the global reset scenario. Prices go up, prices go down with the stock market. Prices go up, prices go down with the interest rate. They want you to concentrate on these things because those affect you immediately. So while the things that are affecting you immediately, they're doing backdoor deals. So therefore, what do you need to do? You're going to have to start doing your own backdoor deals. So you have to start getting weaponized yourself, meaning food, water, everything. Stack it up. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. But as far as money, starting businesses under this scenario is going to be your best bet. Why? Because you're going to be helping people. During a global reset, a lot of people need help. You guys know right now, that's why there's a lot of people out there buying up courses, buying up information. Knowledge is very powerful. They're out here willingly buying it, no problem, because they need to make moves fast. But what they don't realize is it takes time when you start something. You can't just read a book and be ready in 3 days or a week. It's going to take time. So now is the time to do what you need here at the SSN Academy, SSN University, the No Guru Zone. We don't charge, ladies and gentlemen. So again, on Monday and Friday nights, when it's not members only that can be in the chat, you can ask questions. But if you're a member right now tonight and want to ask questions, of course, you're in the chat room. But all I'm trying to illustrate is this is why people are going to spend money on information, and they will continue to do it because time is money. They can't wait around for 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, 12 months. They believe if they buy a course, buy something, that they can shortcut and be making $100,000 within months. That's very hard to do, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's not realistic. Not spending $5,000 or $3,000 or $100,000 or $1,000, whatever the case may be. It just doesn't work like that. You have to build your own inside infrastructure. You're going to have to make sure everything's operating. There's timelines. It takes a little while. So you need to start right now. So if you have a business plan in mind or something in mind, now's the time to do it. I got people sending me messages asking about loans, business loans. Again, let's get real, ladies and gentlemen. Business loans are going to be very, very hard to get. They're going to start reducing the loans in the first place. They're also going to increase the requirements. All of this is going to happen because they need to make sure that they can get paid back. They're not going to give a company that's been in business for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. They're not going to give them a loan. They're going to try to avoid that because you don't have any track record. They might say, hey, you got to be in business 2 years. And we still want to see your tax returns too, besides your business information. This is what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So you're going to have to put yourself in position to start your business, start building credit with your business. So therefore, you will be able to possibly get business credit, lines of credit for your business, all of that, and your personal credit. And so that's why last Monday night, we talked about smart credit, because smart credit can help you monitor your credit information, all 3 credit bureaus, plus the hiring index is on the smart credit. It's software that I love because now it can tell you if you pay this amount during this time frame or this day, then your credit score can increase about 6 points or 7 points. It's on demand. You don't have to wait till the following month. You go check out the information and go, okay, well, I still haven't dropped below 20%. So I guess in order for that, you can calculate it straight from smart credit. I have the link down below. It's worth the membership, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I know we receive a special little discount. So today somebody said, hey, you don't get a special discount, but as far as I know, it was $24.95 for the top dog plan. That's the one you want because it's all 3 credit bureaus. Plus you can send out creditor info, creditor letters, meaning if you have a dispute, so to speak, but the dispute goes to the creditors, not the credit bureaus, but nonetheless, that's built in. They have a menu of about 20 to 30 things that you can send to help you get your credit improved. Then, along with Privacy Guard, which means your social security number can be used all over the internet, and the Privacy Guard helps remove it with simply swiping, and they tell you who's using it. So that can help improve your credit score. All of this comes into play with Smart Credit, and the link is down below. That was $24.95 for the top plan. The next plan down, which is only the second plan the only second plan they have, $19.95. All right. Today, somebody said that it's 23. I think it was 23 or 22.95 and said no discount. But I said, I don't know about that discount because I only saw $24.95. But anyhow, if there's a discount, it's less than $24.95. If no discount, $24.95. The link is down below in the description. So again, you have ways that we have been talking about this stuff for the last 3 or 4 years. We've talked about starting businesses. We've talked about buying up securities in the stock market. We talked about gold, silver, precious metals. We talked about everything that you need to stay ahead of the global reset and above the fray. That's going to be very hard to do going forward because now you're going to have to figure out business and tax write-offs. And that's why when you start a YouTube, when you start a podcast, when you start an online business, you're going to have to use that, turn it into a business so you can have a tax write-off. And what I mean by that is not simply an LLC. You're going to have to consider getting either a C Corp or an S Corp. An LLC, once you start an LLC, that's easy enough. But you're going to have to, over time, apply to become an S Corp because then that changes things. You can actually write down what your wages are going to be, and then you can have owner payouts, which have a different tax situation. So just keep that in mind. All right. DJ Robbie D, more people planting their own food. Fertilizer stocks may be a good idea. There you go, DJ Robbie D. That's it. You've said it exactly right. I agree totally 100%. Thank you for dropping that gem this evening because there goes some stocks that you should invest in. People are going to be growing more of their own food. Exactly. There you go. That's a very, very good idea. No, that is on top of the list, by the way, is the fertilizer and the seeds companies and things like that. Those are some of the stocks that everyone should be considering if you're going to buy securities. And he's talking about going down to actually start planting food in the backyard. Being a farmer, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. And by the way, think of this. Here's the wildest stuff. Because we're in social media era, you're going out there to plant products, and it could be services, because you can start a YouTube channel. You can actually monetize doing it by filming it, talking about what you're going to be doing today, then setting the camera down and showing that you're digging in the sand, getting it all set, putting in the seeds or putting in the tree or putting in the flowers or putting in whatever you want. And the next thing you know, you have other people chiming in saying, yes, this is what I do. And then you can talk about this, the fertilizer we use. This is some of the weed killer we use. It turns into a whole production and you're doing it anyhow. So why not do it? Right? Start your own and then get monetized from it. Other people out here looking for something. And now you have a whole year-long worth of YouTube videos. All right. Curtis Davis is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream where it's members only that can be in the chat room. He has the icon. He's here and he says, hello, SSN family. Hello to you too. Otherwise known as Mr. Financial in these parts. And he says ABMM, which means always be making money. We have no choice. Passive income 2022, ladies and gentlemen. You always have to make a little bit of money. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit, but a little bit, a lot of times adds up. And that's what we have to do here, ladies and gentlemen. So always be making money. And by the way, speaking of making money, you need updates throughout the day for securities, the stock market, the crypto market, and other ideas. Chili Davis, aka Mr. Financial, aka his real name, Curtis Davis. He has his own channel called Chili Davis with 2 L's. CHILLY Chili Davis, go check him out. All right. Now, speaking of, Robbie D Solution says exactly. Thank you so much. That's exactly right. You dropped the gem. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have your pen, pad, paper ready, because you never know what gems should be dropped. Just like tonight, the one that said fertilizer. Hey, that's a good option there. Fertilizer stock, food stocks, seed stocks, all that goes with, creating your own food supply. That's what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's what else is on tap for tonight. So again, let me see what else I have down below. Make sure you get a few things. Earn your free Bitcoin. Again, I don't know why more people aren't signing up for this. Maybe you have already, but the link is down below to get your free Bitcoin from Crypto Tab. You can use your computer, laptop, desktop, phone, tablet, anything else that is running software in the background that can open up a window. An extension is called Crypto Tab. You can have Chrome. A Chrome extension does not work. It opens its own tab and it mines in the background. Uses your computer's software devices, and the hash rate speed is based on your computer speed, clearly. But you can create your own mining with more than one of your devices. You can add all your devices on there. A lot of people have a desktop or a laptop. A lot of people have a desktop that they haven't used in years. And they have a laptop, and they have a tablet, and they have phones that are dead, meaning they haven't used for 2 or 3 years. You can add all of them and earn pennies a day, ladies and gentlemen. And now is the time to earn your pennies a day of Bitcoin. Because if this thing goes crazy, like everybody's predicting these crazy numbers, they're saying, I couldn't believe what I was seeing on the internet, on YouTube. People were saying crypto potentially going down to $3,000. Oh my gosh. I don't know what they're smoking. I mean, it's not predictable. I understand that. But here's the problem. I don't see how it goes from 69 percentage-wise down to 3,000. I can get how it went down to 17 because we were talking about that before. But going from 17 to 3, there's nobody that's liquidating at those at $10,000. There is no collateralization at 10,000 where somebody's going to have to sell off $1 billion worth of crypto. I don't see how it could get that low. I could see where there would be a situation of 17 down to 12 or 10. But I don't see how we go from 10 to 3. Because let's face it, there's countries around the world that wants to get in on this crypto thing. And once it drops to a certain point, they're going to buy in. That certain point may be right now. So just think about it. All right. Lots of love. The Fed spoke about rates. Dems upset, while other day it's been time to raise rates. Exactly. It's crazy. Curtis Davis, I learned gardening on YouTube. Tomatoes, cucumbers, watermelon, peppers. There you go. Exactly right. Monetize yourself, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to go out there and plant some produce, you should go out there and film it and then post it up on YouTube and just be like, hey, welcome to my channel, the SSN Nation Gardener. I'm just using that example. All right. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be beautiful. And you can monetize yourself. I'm pretty sure there'll be thousands of people trying to figure this out because let's face fact, there's people right now who plant garden items and for whatever reason, they die. Right? They want to know the secret. But hey, sometimes it's the soil. Sometimes it's the fertilizer. Sometimes it's the area you live in based on the climate. So you have to know these things. You just can't plant anything and everything. It does depend on where you live. All right. So let's just call it what it is. But that could come in very, very handy for people. And by the way, buy some stocks. Let's go look at something, right? I'm going to do this. because that I just put in fertilizer stocks because I don't own any fertilizer stocks myself. But here's what we're talking about, just so people can get an idea. This is what they consider fertilizer stocks. There are ETFs apparently for it, but Nutrien, CF Industries, Intrepid, interesting. Yara's come up before. Scott's Miracle Grow, that's funny. So what are the best fertilizer stocks? Who knows? Intrepid Potash, the Mosaic Company, and CF Industry Holdings. Yes, CF is one of the good companies as well. Just to give you guys an idea of what you're looking at on the screen are some of the stocks that are fertilizer stocks, just so you know. There you go. That's one of your other gems, because you want to be self-sufficient is one of the other things that you're going to need in a global reset. You're not going to have to be able to rely on potentially. Think about this. Can't go to the bank, right? Can't get money. That could happen. Can't go to the grocery store to buy food. That could happen. Those are the main two things that you need straight out the bat. And the third thing you're going to need is, well, how am I going to make money? You're going to need to figure that out. Where can I accept money? Because if most things were shut down and they start changing the system, how can I accept money? So you're going to have to think about all these things. And I suggest you start thinking about it now. It's not like the global reset is going to all of a sudden go to zero tomorrow. Nothing's going to go to zero. They have people buying. They still have the top 10 percenters. They're going to be buying when the prices are low enough. So you're always going to have buyers. The question is, are you going to be able to have buyers as well? All right, let's go. I learned gardening on YouTube. Thank you. So I already saw that one. Mr. Financial. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys are thinking about this global reset, what you can do about it. So far, we talked about it, and the gem from Robbie D Solutions talking about gardening, fertilizer stocks. These are some things that are going to be big time. All right, I've been talking for 43 minutes, and please smash the like button. Once again, please share our live streams, share our regular videos, because we need to help thousands, millions of other people. Let them know not to give up. You're going to have to be a little bit motivated as well, ladies and gentlemen, no matter the beatdown that's going to be coming financially. Every day you roll out and you're seeing the gas prices increase seemingly. Every day you go to the store and you're seeing prices increase. Every day you're looking at your bills like, good grief, what's going on here? And now some of you, like I said on previous live streams, you're getting those notices talking about, please agree to this increase in interest rate on your credit cards. That's what you're doing, right? Which means now you have to owe more, not pay more, but you're going to owe more. All right. So all of that comes into play, ladies and gentlemen. So don't let them fool you. All right. Now, so let's get into some other news. Oh, I do have something down here. Your credit will come into play. All right. And there's something I did want to talk about here because I wanted to find out something in America. Mortgage loans. Okay, look, on Monday night, Money Making Monday, Wilson Koo stopped by and announced that they're giving up these non-qualifying type loans. Well, this is getting crazy because here's what I want to show you. This is getting outrageous already. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I put in no qualifying mortgage loans. And this right here, low is 6.35, no hard credit pull, apply now. Okay, that's cute. But look at this. No W-2s or tax returns. What the heck is going on? This is insane. Top 5 lenders not requiring W-2, non-qualified mortgage. This isn't just a one-off. This is 2006 all over again. They're trying to keep the prices of homes up. How do you do that? You increase the interest rate which would normally bring a price down. But then what do? You find another 40 to 50 million people that previously couldn't qualify for a home now can. That's insane. That's insane. They're going to allow you to qualify on alternative methods, is what this Griffin Funding's talking about. Quicken loans. I mean, this is getting out of control, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are doing a total global reset, making sure that you have debt up your behind. Everybody take the debt on. Take debt. Even if you couldn't qualify, shouldn't have debt, now we're going to make you qualify, and everybody's going to jump on it because it's going to be seemingly like once in a lifetime opportunity. No qualifying type scenarios to buy a home, and especially in some areas that homes may be $300,000, $400,000. Somebody says 6.3. Well, that says from 6.35. That means loans are already over 7%, 8%, ladies and gentlemen. That's bad. But the point is, people will take those. That's what happened in 2008 and 9. People took 9%, 10%, 11% loans. All right. I used to get calls all the time. I wasn't in the lending business, but I would get a call and the person would say, hey, because they can look through records and they could see how much you owe for your house. So then they would say, hey, do you want to refi your house? And I'd be like, what are you talking about? They're like, refi. And I was like, are you crazy? They're like, yeah, the interest rate's like 8.5. I was like, are you crazy? My interest rate is only 4%. What are you talking about? Why would I refi it at 8.5? I'm like, that's stupid. So this is what we're dealing with. That's refi. But what I'm referring to now is when you're buying, the rates are up there. 8.5, 8%, 7.5. That other one we just saw was 6.375. If interest rates are at 6.375, that's $637.50 for every $100,000 borrowed. Right now, the average price of a home is $400,000 plus $1,000, $428 or $450, depending on who you're talking to. That means 4 times $637. That's $2,500 plus. And if you start going over that, you're going to be at $2,600, $2,700. That's a lot of money. That is just for your mortgage. Never mind your insurance. Never mind anything else. So therefore, and that also means you have to make minimum close to 100 G's. Minimum. And that would be with a little bit of credit cards. We talk about this every live stream because you guys got to understand it's real out here in the field. We're about to get effed up, ladies and gentlemen. So this is no time. Just what this says. F average be legendary. You're going to have to go for it. This is no time to sit back and go, hey, everything's going to work out for me. If that knock comes at your desk and they say, here's a piece of paper, which is your layoff paperwork, what are you going to do then? Because you only have that one stream of revenue coming in. That's going to happen a lot over the next 2 years. Layoffs, layoffs, and more layoffs. There's 50 states in America. All right. Each state has hundreds of businesses, but a lot of businesses are mom and pops. How many businesses employ 10,000, 5,000, 2,000, 1,000 employees? There's a lot of those, but there's not millions. There's going to be a domino effect. Why? Because they're not going to be able to bring in the revenue or the profits to pay the employees. So you have to cut your employees. You could be one of them. So if you don't have some setup or some person in your family, there's an open or vacant home to live in, what are you going to do? Right? So you're going to have these extra streams of revenue. That is what you can do about it first and foremost. You can also start your own business that's going to help out people. That would be a good thing, because when there was the gold rush, you know how many people weren't finding gold, but everybody that was looking for gold had to stop by that store and get themselves some utensils, something to dig with, something to pick with, something to carry rocks with, pan for gold in the river with. They were selling the actual supplies. They were millionaires. The few that were able to find gold of any significance, okay, they became millionaires. But the gold rush brought thousands of people to the area, and these guys are selling shovels, picks, wheelbarrows, buckets, pans, gloves. Thousands of those people need all of that. So while they're out there taking the risk, the guys selling all the supplies were taking no risk. All they know is, hey, we have another 50 people showing up today. And all you came here with is a horse, a wagon. It's a long trip. Now you need some supplies if you want to get to that gold vein out there somewhere. We have the deal for you. It's easy when you have demand for your product. When the economy goes bad, you have demand for a product. That product usually is, how can you make money? It's SSN Nation style. But again, 51 minutes in, smash the like button. I'll say that a lot tonight. And if you like what we're talking about, I always say subscribe and click the all notification bell. All right, let's see what else. Lots of love, free mortgage approvals to set up that printed money. There you go, some more printed money. JP Morgan to lay off 100 mortgage officers. No surprise. No surprise. Because JP Morgan will not be joining the party with regard to the high-risk loans. Trust me, they won't do that. They don't need to. Some political people just throwing caution to the wind. That's right, Curtis Davis. That's how they operate. That's right. Meet the needs of the people. That's right, Vanessa Comagate. That's how we're doing it. And Vanessa Comagate, here's the deal. Remember that 0 to 5% every week. And I finally found the solution. It's not one that I optimally like, but I'm going to use it because I'm not going to change the Stop Struggling Now website, even though I have to. But right now we did find something, but I have to use WooCommerce. And the StopStrugglingNow.com website is not built under WooCommerce. So, but guess who is? The sister. SSN Lifestyle has WooCommerce as in the back end. So I can do our business opportunity 0 to 5% on the SSN Lifestyle. I'm not mad at that thought because, hell, why not cross over? SSN Lifestyle is because of the SSN Nation. So therefore, might do it on the SSN Lifestyle website. And of course, you know how we do this. Might have to do some special where you guys would know first here. Everybody else, well, they're going to find out, even SSN Lifestyle members, because they're not really supposed to be a part of that. But because they have the DNA of SSN Nation, after a few days to a week, then it's going to be open to everybody on SSN Lifestyle as well. So we'll do it that way. But anyhow, I think I'm going to do that way because it makes it a lot easier to happen. So there we go. And you guys should be, in fact, I don't even have SSN Lifestyle in the description down below, I don't think. But nonetheless, now some of you may be saying, Eric, I'm down with you. I want to start my YouTube channel. I want to do some of that. Okay. Well, you might want to get YouTube, TubeBuddy, because I do have that link down below. All right. TubeBuddy, the link is down below. And also SSN Lifestyle, if you want to become a member where you can receive commission on products and services from there, you can join. Use the link down below for SSN Lifestyle. And I lost my train of thought, but nonetheless, it's because I forgot to mention the $10,000 primary trade line from Intrigue Fine Jewelers. The link is down below in the description. $10,000, up to a $10,000 primary trade line. Now, I have to always give disclosure. You have to pay a $149.99 fee. Membership fee is what I call it. This way, there's soft inquiry, no hard inquiry. So nearly everybody qualifies, 99%, unless you're doing something crazy. And then you go to Intrigue Fine Jewelers website, or you go to Intrigue Fine Jewelers store in malls in California, soon to be Washington State as well. You can buy it there. You can order or buy anything up to $10,000. The kicker, you have to spend 20%, put 20% down, but you're already qualified by paying the $149.99. So therefore, you're a member, you're in, and it'll be an installment trade line. Now, reports to all 3 credit bureaus. The installment trade line doesn't start reporting for 90 days. Why? Because you have to make a couple of payments before they can report to the credit bureaus. All right? That's how simple this is. The right way, it's going to post. And then there's going to be more. There's always more, ladies and gentlemen. The more. Because once you complete your installment trade line payment and finish it up, then you will be eligible for a revolving trade line. That's an actual credit card type of trade line. So now you can have up to, I don't know what it would be, but let's just give an example, $2,000. Now you don't have to put 20% down. You can just go in and pick up something for up to $2,000. And then you make your monthly payments. How about that? But you got to put the proof in the pudding first. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, there's always a little bit more. All right. So hopefully you understand the $10,000 primary trade line, which is an installment trade line. All right. And Vanessa Comagate did mention this at the end, and then we talked about it. That's right. Meet the needs of the people. That's right. Exactly. Needs of the people. Needs of the people, ladies and gentlemen. I love that. You know what that means. Needs of the people. That is very interesting because Fingernails to Go is going to be part of the SSN Lifestyle investment opportunity. Vanessa Comagate is meeting the needs of the people because she's going to do some sort of training with that. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So you're going to have a chance to earn profits on an investment opportunity that we're going to have on there under SSN Lifestyle. It's not going to be here on the Stop Struggling Now channel. You have to be a member of SSN Lifestyle. And remember, membership has its privileges. So all I'm going to say is be ready because that's going to happen. And the link's down below for SSN Lifestyle in case you want to join or go check out and see what it's about. You're still at the infancy, ladies and gentlemen. Infancy. All right, let's see what else we have down below. Uh-oh, I see I made a few mistakes. It's all right. We'll have to erase that. But now I remember what I was talking about. If you're going to be on YouTube, there's something called TubeBuddy. The link is down below near the bottom of the description box. And TubeBuddy helps you get titles to your videos. They'll tell you the ranking. They'll give you a percentage, and they'll help you out with a better title by giving you a higher rating and a lower title if you're a lower rating if your title isn't that good. They'll help you make thumbnails. So my thumbnails were basically made through TubeBuddy. I know they look generic. I get you guys. I can make better ones actually through there if I wanted to, but I've been keeping it uniform. I did a few different ones about a month or two back just to change up a little bit. And I don't know. I had to go to Canva to do it. But nonetheless, I could have done it here too, but Canva made it nice and easy. But I went back to the old style, so it kind of looks just like for the last 4 years, the same. All right, so keep that in mind. Speaking of that, there's a 4-year anniversary. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Stop Struggling Now channel. Thanks to you, we're still here 4 years later. Thanks to you for being here. I appreciate the support, the love, the members. You guys are awesome for hanging with me. I appreciate all of it. And we're going to keep going. We're going to keep busting balls and doing everything we've been doing and coming out with some more business opportunities because that's what's going to be needed. Quite frankly, you know that's going to be needed, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly. You can be a traveling nail tech. There you go, Vanessa Comagate. Hey, the sky's the limit with anything that's important. Actually take it with you. Holy smokes. The sky's the limit. In fact, you know, traveling nail tech, that even sounds beautiful. I should have learned how to do nails. I'm just kidding. But nonetheless, all I'm saying is think about it. Because you can actually do it. Even the male men can do this. A woman's sidekick would be helpful. But I'm just saying, men, you could do this if you had the countertop unit. Because I'm thinking, Old lifestyle, right? Now my lifestyle is a little different. Old lifestyle, I would be in Napa. And these guys at Friday night at Vino Bello, they have wine tasting. You know what they have at wine tasting? A whole bunch of people staying at a 5-star resort, spending an ungodly amount of money just to sleep somewhere. They're out there getting free wine Friday nights at 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And they're out there talking with other wineries. There's usually 3 or 4 different wineries. And those people, the wineries are getting those people to make book tours at their winery, come out to their winery tasting room. And now in Napa, though, it's not Napa of 2000s. This is 2020. They charge you for wine tasting in Napa. And it ain't cheap. It's not like $10. These guys are getting crazy. Flights, $25, $40, $45, $50. Wine tasting, they're charging you now, right? They're big time. So people are taking advantage. You know what they're not taking advantage of? They used to have some people there that would have tours of other sorts, and they would be there talking to people because you're just hanging out, drinking, and they have hors d'oeuvres and snacks on the house. So you have basically a few hundred people that come through. Maybe, I never counted, but there's a lot. There's not that many, but there's probably 200, 300, 400 people that come through in those 3 hours. So you can imagine you're sitting there on a Friday night. These people may be going to some club, right? They may be going to an event. And they're sitting there like, oh, I busted up my nails. And you're sitting there at a table saying, hey, and you're not going to charge $25 or $30. You're in Napa, for Christ's sakes. People are spending $800 a night, $500 a night for a room. So you're going to be able to charge like $60, $70 for for something that you should only be charging $25 and can be getting your money back. You could be there that night, $60, $75. And by the way, what are you wearing on Saturday night? How long are you going to be here? Oh, we're going to be here. We got something to do tonight in a couple of hours. I got something to do tomorrow night, and we got something to do Sunday night too. Oh, then you need a set for each night, right? Make your own. You fall right into a situation. These people come out there, they're going to musical events, they're going to movies, they're going to all kind of things in Napa. This is why it's jam-packed right now for the next 5-6 months. Jam-packed. So I'm just giving you an idea. You could be anywhere, USA, anywhere in the world. You have that little handheld thing and you could be making money. Portable, traveling nail tech. Vanessa Comagate, facts. I might make these people W-2 employees with bonuses and buy a fleet of machines. Vanessa Comagate, I know it's hard. I was thinking the same kind of thing you're thinking. It's very hard to position yourself into this because the sky is the limit. And whenever the sky is the limit, you can come up with all kind of ideas. All kind of ideas. The sky really is anything that I can just pick up, show up at a college campus because there's a football game on Saturday night. I'm showing up on Friday in the quad. You know, guys are going to be getting it. Women are going to be getting it. They're going to be painting on their university logos or whatever other crazy stuff they want to do because there's a party Friday night. There's a party Saturday night. Right? Fraternities. I mean, sky's the limit as far as I can see. All right? I'm just saying. All right. Happy anniversary from Juvie Lover. Thank you so much, Juvie Lover. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream, where members only can be in the chat room with the icon. And he's here. Thank you so much. Thank you again for the happy anniversary in SSN family. In fact, I got to find out when the anniversary really is. I think we already passed it. I missed it. You know, I'm not big on the anniversaries for some things. So I don't know. It's June. I passed it. I think it's June 22nd. I think it might have been June 18th or June 10th was the first video I ever dropped. And then I was dropping a video once every 3 to 5 days. And then all of a sudden one day 6 months later, I got this email saying you're monetized. And I was like, wait a minute, you mean I can make money from this? I was like, holy smokes, I should have been dropping videos more frequently then. So anyhow, thank you so much, Juvie Lover. Appreciate it. Robbie D Solutions. I have a portable DJ setup that I travel with just in case people where I stay need a DJ for their party. See, Robbie D understands what we're talking about. He's an entrepreneur. This has happened several times where I've been in places like, I'll give you a perfect example. I was in Punta Cana one year, and it was for a poker tournament. And the lady running the tournament, it was her birthday. So come to find out, I'm not a DJ. And because the DJ was basically the only party favor that was going on, so she tells me this at about, I don't know, her friends are sitting at a table going, man, the DJ didn't show up for our thing. We're supposed to have something going on here today. And then later on the night. And then I was like, it's your party. What's going on? I didn't know nothing about it. Don't see anything about it. Nothing. So then I said, let me do some magic. So I went, walked off, didn't say nothing. So then I knew that there was a break somewhere around 4, I think it was, whatever. I don't remember. But the point is, I went up to front desk, went to all the places inside. I said, hey, this is this girl's birthday. The DJ didn't show up. I'm walking around, and to Robbie D, DJ from Philly, DJ, Robbie D from Philly, to his point, there's a guy there that was a freaking poker player that has a DJ mix. He didn't have turntables or nothing, but he had some little, well, to this day, I don't even know what it was. He had something that he could mix that was only like this big. And he says, I can be a DJ, but I can only do like 30, 40 minutes. I said, I don't think you're going to need to do that right now. Just need to do like 5 to 10 minutes or something, 15 minutes, because I'm going to surprise her with the birthday thing. So balloons start coming, flowers start coming, a birthday cake starts coming, people start singing. This dude powers up his little whatever, music starts turning, and people are like, the birthday thing, da-da-da. And she's just like, whoa, this has never been done. So that's how you do it. You always have to be ready, ladies and gentlemen, for prime time. So if you're going to do that, just like DJ Robbie D traveling with the portable DJ, it's happened several times where DJs haven't showed up. I've been at several venues where DJs could not make it. In fact, I've ran events where all of a sudden I get a call 3 hours before and the DJ's like, I can't make it. I'm just like, what the hell? Seriously? I thought we were boys. What do you mean? What the frick? Yeah. So again, absolutely, the sky is the limit. Yep, exactly. Fingernails to go, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have to search the channel for that video. I actually dropped a video. SSN Lifestyle members, that's right. They're going to be able to invest in a Fingernails to go opportunity. That's right. First come, first serve. Go to the Founders Club. They're the first ones. Once we reach a certain level, certain dollar amount, nobody else can get in. So if the Founders Club don't reach that certain dollar amount, then it goes to the Premier members. If the Premier members don't reach that dollar amount, then it goes to the Pro. If the Pro members, and it does reach that dollar amount, then that means everybody had a chance to get in, because the Elite membership is one level above Pro membership. All right. So everybody, Pro, Elite, Premier, you guys are going to be at the mercy of who gets in from the Founders Club membership. If we need, let's say, $3,000 is whatever it is, and all the members of the Founders Club, there can only be 15, but somebody puts in 200, somebody puts in 2,000, somebody puts in 100, somebody puts in 500, and we reach 3,000, then I'm sorry, Premier members, you don't get in. Elite members, you don't get in. Pro members, you don't get in. That's how we're going to roll. Again, SSN Lifestyle links down below, because you have to be ready. Fingernails to go with DJ. There you go. There you go. That's it exactly. Hey, look, I find this very, very interesting. Think of all the spas, these standalone spas. This is why this is intriguing to me. Think about the standalone spas all over. Whenever you go on vacation, It's like every hotel now has a spa, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like everywhere you go. And then once you get there, there's another reason. Somebody also say, hey, there's a spa you should go to over here by the waterfalls. I mean, it's just crazy. But there's one thing that's not out there. And that one thing is portable nail set that you can create your own. To me, that is significant. That's meeting a potential need. I don't know if there's really a need, quite frankly, but there might be, because I'm thinking, I'm sitting here. Look, used to go to Vegas a lot. Every hotel now has a spa in it. But every hotel that has a spa in it does not have nails that you can have made in 3 minutes or less. So imagine you're at the spa waiting around, which they do, bringing out that champagne, sitting there chilling, and they're like, wait, what's this over here? And again, you've set yourself up, because if they're at a spa in a hotel in Vegas, they're not paying no $50 for that spa visit. It's going to be a few hundred. So what is 50 or 60 bucks so they can have 2 nights worth of nail sets all ready to go? Come on. I see nothing but an upside all the way around. This is revolutionizing what potentially could happen. The funny thing is, though, the fingernails to go has been out, though. See, that's the weird thing that I just can't understand. They've been, marketing. They've been out here with the machines, whether it's the vending machines or the countertop unit. They've had these. And it seemingly hasn't caught on too well. But I don't know why. To me, I would think that this would have been like a whirlwind 2 or 3 years back. But for some reason, they're just now catching a little wind. And that's a good thing, because sometimes you come in a little bit too early. If you guys ever watch Shark Tank, these guys sometimes use that excuse. I think you're here trying to get this loan because you're just at the beginning. You're here a little bit too early. That's what happened with fingernails to go, in my opinion. The climate wasn't exactly right. Now the climate's going to be right, because the price of nails have gone up. And you tell somebody $25, $30, $35 for 2 sets of nails, and you make them your own that you can design. Each nail separately can be designed differently. And I have it in 3 minutes, and then another 3 or 4 minutes, I have it all done. I don't know how to do nails, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just assuming 3 or 4. But there you go. All right. I see you, Robbie D. There you go, Vanessa Kamage. You always got to remember, include DJ Robbie D in your adventures. Just like the SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana business opportunity and event, April 2nd, 2023. DJ Robbie D, we're going to have to talk, but hopefully you're going to have that turntable, that portable one ready. All right. We'll talk as we get closer. It's been out for years. They even have one in Kenya. Exactly, Vanessa Kamagate. That's what I'm talking about. That's the weirdest thing. It never caught on like gangbusters. And I never can understand that. But right now, people are going to say, hey, I don't want to pay more. If somebody rolled in and said, hey, here's $25, $30, and it gets me 20 nails, I'm thinking all designs the same, separate, differently. I pull it off my phone and create it. I mean, where else? You can't get that anywhere, because time is going to be money right now. It's always been time is money. Who really wants to go down and sit around for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours? That's crazy. That's crazy. Getting these intricate designs done. Vanessa C, let's get it. DJ Robbie D signing up. Vanessa K, let's get it is what he's saying. Of course, she's got her mind going on which way to move with this. I know what she was thinking, because I was thinking the same thing. I'm just like, man, I should just have people in certain regions just sit in that region and go for, like I was talking about Napa, for instance. That's a prime example. Look, I'm just going to say I'm using Napa because, I'm used to what they do. I'm thinking of like when you go to stay at River Point, Napa, for instance. On Thursday night is their wine tasting. All right. So their wine tasting is Thursday night in a room. They usually have, it's not that many, 10, 15, 20 people. But that same person that's doing the wine tasting event there, They have another wine tasting event the day before on Wednesday. They had another wine tasting event at another location on Friday. You, in theory, or in reality, can actually show up before an hour before the wine tasting or an hour after the wine tasting, or I mean, after the wine tasting, not an hour after, but after, and be like there and enjoy the festivities. That's all I'm saying. All right. In New Orleans, Avenue Plaza Resort in the Garden District. I'm walking through one day and I'm like, I'm staying there. But what I mean is, I normally don't walk out to the back because out back they have a pool, but I'm not going swimming. And they also have this lounge area. The lounge area is probably, it's pretty big, 50 feet by 20, 25, 30 feet across. And they have a place where you have computers, a place that you can sit down and just chill. And you can have drinks, and they have drinks, but the drinks aren't liquor. It's just like ice, tea, lemonade, water, coffee, lined up with maybe some crackers or something. So you can just lounge in there. If you're staying there, you lounge there. So I just happened on I think it was a Thursday night, just happened to be walking by there, and I see some guy holding up a bottle and checking out his bottles and pulling them out and doing this. So then I just walked in there and I was like, okay, what's happening? And I didn't even know it was a lounge back there. And they're like, oh, this is a lounge. By the way, we're doing wine tasting. I was like, there was no mention of this anywhere. And that's why there was only like 6 or 7 people there. I was just like, this is crazy. He's like, yeah, every Wednesday night we do this here. And I said, yeah, but there's no announcement. There was nothing in the room. How would anybody know? He goes, yeah, that's the thing. I just show up generally whenever I have some time. And then I just come over here on Wednesday evening and then just post up. And the Avenue Plaza allows me to do that. I was like, oh, this is cool. So he's over there. And as it turns out, 6 people went to about 10, then went to about 12. Come to find out, ladies and gentlemen, do you understand the general manager of a restaurant? Do you understand the general manager of the number 1 or number 2 restaurant in all the state of Louisiana? He's the guy doing the wine tasting. Unbelievable. The general manager running the number 1 or number 2. The reason why I say 1 or 2 is because it's arguably number 1, number 2 in all of Louisiana steakhouse. All right. He's doing the wine tasting. Sitting in there getting the wine tasting done. What happens? We start talking. Come to find out, he's at Mr. John's Steakhouse. I didn't know where Mr. John's Steakhouse was because I never pay attention because I don't generally eat steaks. So I would STEAK. I'm oblivious to seeing STEAK. It doesn't make sense. So if I see steakhouse, okay, cool, whatever. I don't generally go there. Morton Steakhouse literally is right next door to Avenue Plaza. Unbelievable. And at one time, they actually had a door that you could actually go from Avenue Plaza to Mr. John's Steakhouse attached through the door, through the building, not have to go outside. Anyhow, the bottom line of the story is Mr. John's Steakhouse, number 1, number 2 in all of Louisiana at the time. And this is the likes of, the only thing I can remember is I missed Michael Jordan by 4 days. He told me he came there. There's all kind of celebrities. There's a guy from New Orleans I wish I could remember his name, who came like 2 days later on a Friday. They closed down the whole restaurant when these guys show up. So the restaurant's not that big, in my opinion, maybe holds 50, 60 people. But the point is, they're shutting down the restaurant for celebrities to come in there. And he's the general manager who had no reason to be back there doing this, but he's doing it. All right. So you never know what you can do. Now, he got some people to come over there and spend that $250 or $300 tab for steak. All right. And so since I'm Napa, California kid, you guys know what happened, right? I'll get you that story in a second. All right, we're 1 hour, 19 minutes in. Please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Oh, trust me, I'm going to be ignorant with this. I know you are. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Vanessa Kamage, she lives in SoCal. So, Southern California, the home of what you look like, is like top priority to millions of people just in LA County alone. Do you know how many nail salons they have in LA? It's outrageous. They still have waiting lists, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me. I was down there in Anaheim on a weekend. The woman needed something. Nails were messed up. Going around Anaheim to all the freaking nail salons, they were like, oh no, we're booked. I'm like, this is number 4. They're like, no, you get 4 hours from now, maybe. I was just like, is this freaking insane? I'm like, why aren't people at Disneyland or something? Seriously? I couldn't believe it. And this is in Anaheim on a Saturday. I thought for sure. I was like, she's like, yeah, let me stop in at the nail. I'm thinking, no problem. She gets out, comes back in the car, and like, I can't get in. I was like, it's Saturday at like 12 or 11 a.m. What are you talking about? Okay, go to the next one. That one says can't get you in. Maybe 4 or 5 hours from now, go to the next one. They were all like, can't get in. This is why Vanessa Kamage, being in the LA market, this is pretty serious, because those little 3-4 hour waits, not being able to get in, she just off of people not being able to get into the salons on Friday and Saturday, that alone in her city is going to be major. Because you can imagine, once people find out that you can come in here and get something done within 5 to 10 minutes and you're gone, you're going to have people knocking down your door on Friday and Saturday. I ain't got to wait at the salon. I already have my stuff already, what nails I want, because I already have it designed. I'm going to upload it, download it to the machine. We're good. I mean, I see a big win in metropolitan areas and in resort areas. All right. Don't let me get an app. Exactly. I'm telling you, sky could be the limit. This could be like rolling over in dough, especially in big cities. And in big cities, people pay a little bit more. So that means you can charge a little bit more, even though to them it's cheap. If you told somebody $35, they'll be like, what kind of nails are these? And then you say you make them your own. They're like, what? Okay, quit playing, whatever. Then you start showing them like, look. A minute later, they're like, wait, it's done? Yeah, those are done. You got to pop them off, put them on. They're like, that's it? I can go home with these designs? Yes. $35? Oh my God. I didn't have to wait around. I see this as a big time thing. Okay. All right. At Robbie D, welcome back on the Wheels of Steel. That's it. Oh, and I got it already. Missed it. Don't let me get an app. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So everybody that's new here and may watch this in the future, down below in the description, please check out what we have, because you can get anywhere from free Bitcoin to free stocks to starting your own business, earning some more Bitcoin because you're using your own software to mine it. Pennies a day, but still pennies a day add up. And you can invite other people also to build your own network, along with adding all your devices. That's the beauty of it as well. There's a little networking referral affiliate thing going on with the Earn Free Bitcoin. The link is down below. You'll see it with a heart. It'll have a heart next to it. You know, like Professor Auntie Val's tagline has the heart in it. That's what you're going to see down below. All right. So that's how we do it. Robbie D Solutions at Curtis Davids. What's up, King? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we start off with a bang for people to watch the YouTube trailer, who saw the YouTube trailer and received the YouTube notification. That's very nice. But once again, still showing no love for the SSN Nation, but it doesn't stop. We're still going to continue. We're still going to move forward. We're still going to make it happen. Doesn't matter. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this one today we may wrap this one up, unless you guys have something else to talk about, because we have more things to make and create. All right. I have some things I need to do. So unless you have something else to talk about regarding the global reset, please let me know. What, in fact, does anybody think there's going to be a global reset? Let me know what you think. In fact, I don't even know if anybody thinks there's going to be a global reset, or the Great Reset, as some people could call it. Some are calling it the Global Redesign Initiative. Oh, that's cute. Nothing but the Great Reset. Okay. Global Reset. What else can it be? We're in a global market. I don't see anything here. Some people are calling it a conspiracy. I don't know about a conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen. What I do know is all this printing of money, interest rates going up, inflation turning into hyperinflation. I see nothing good coming from this. And so therefore, you need to be in business so you can always increase your revenue and increase how much you can charge. You can always stay up with inflation. Just like when we're talking about the fingernails to go. If it costs $100 to get your nails done, there's no reason for you to charge $25 with the countertop unit or the vending machine unit, because there's no in between. So therefore, I'm going to be charging $40 or $50. But you'll get back your money charging $25 within 6 months or less. But nonetheless, why do that if the market says $100, $85 for specialty nails, which usually is more, but we'll just say that, then why am I going to charge $25? I should charge $40, $45, what the market will bear. So I should be getting enough people at $45, less than half price. Come on. And in 5 minutes or less, I don't see nothing bad. And that's how you have to start thinking right now. It doesn't have to be fingernails to go. Just think about any business that you want to do. That's why I'm big on Airbnb experiences. It's something you already do. So if you're already doing it, then why not go and share with other people? Invite them along. That's all you're really doing when you post it as a host. There you go. Thanks for coming on. You're welcome, man. Thank you for being here. I think if things don't get fixed soon, it's going to flip. Yes, it's not going to be fixed, Byzantine Red. That's the whole point. Yes, it's already started. That's exactly right, DJ Robbie D. Could be if inflation gets out of control. Inflation is out of control. They're just lying to us, unfortunately. I think once people start mass stealing, see, this right here is the thing, just what he's saying, that mass stealing and mass crime to survive, it's going to up the prices even more. That's correct. And then it's going to break. He's exactly right. I agree with that's the scenario that's happening. It's already happening right now. There's an uptick, big uptick in stealing. Crime is a big uptick. And what's going to end up happening is some of those supplies are no longer available. So let me ask you something. Here's the reason why prices go up at a grocery store, at any store, because of all of the items stolen. It's not the items that were sold. It's the items stolen. So when somebody says, hey, this product is $100, and then to the retailer, you guys know generally retailers work nearly on a 50-50. So in other words, if they're selling it for 100, they generally buy it for around 50, right? They don't have that big of profit margins generally. A few things they do have a higher profit margin, and then others is lower, but just round it up to 50-50. So think about this. Even if you had best case scenario where you paid 30%, $30 for this $100 item, and you sold one, but yet two have been stolen, you have just broken even. So for every two stolen, you need to sell one. But what if 5 is stolen and you only sold one? This is why businesses, mom and pops, and retail outlets go out of business because of theft. And sometimes the theft isn't by people that do not work there. Sometimes it's by the people that work there. So he's got it exactly right. Prices are going to go up because of this stealing, because of the mass crime, because now people are going to start doing lockdown. They're going to say, oh, no, we're not going to be open past 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. We're closing up early. Now, employees aren't working enough hours. There's a domino effect. It's already happening. Going to up the prices even more, and then it's going to break. That's worst case scenario, in my opinion. Unfortunately, Byzantine Red, I don't think that's worst case. That's actually what's happening. And unless you can start employing people at a look, let's just get things in correct here. Unless you're going to start paying people $30 an hour like they're supposed to be, then anything less, people aren't even going to want to show up. $15 an hour, so what? $20 an hour, so what? And some people may be going, Eric, come on, stop busting my bubble. I make $20 an hour. Okay, that's fine. But all I'm trying to say is $20 an hour times 40 is $800. After tax, you're under 700 or under you're under 700 roughly, or about 700. So you're only getting $2,800 per week. Hell, apartments now are costing $3,000 a month. I just went by something here in the ATL, and it was like $2,800 a month for a one bedroom. I was just like, what the hell's going on around here? Jeez. So that's why I'm saying, how are you supposed to keep up? Never mind, the chicken has doubled, as Victor Marrero mentioned earlier. Chicken, your groceries, they've doubled. So if your groceries doubled, where you live doubles, your electricity or energy cost doubles, gas doubles, and you're only still making $20 an hour, that should tell you you need to be making $40 an hour. That's all I'm trying to say. And you do. That's the problem. That's why I gave a 30 an hour as a number, because 30 times 40, at least that's 1,200. You're going to walk away with 1,000 a week. At least you got 4,000 a week. At least they can say, oh, you can live here for $1,300 a month. Well, where are you going to find a place to live for $1,300 a month? Come on. It gets bad out here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, global reset. If things get out of control, Curtis Davis, I submit to you, things have gotten out of control. Group economics within the SSN nation would be the move. Exactly, DJ Robbie D from Philly. That's why I started SSN Lifestyle, and that's why, like I said, I have WooCommerce on SSN Lifestyle website, so that's where I'm probably going to run our own. In fact, you guys are going to be the ones that know about it, but it has a $5,000 cap. So you're going to earn 0 to 5%. That's why I'm putting it in. You're going to make 0 to 5% from this business opportunity every week. All right. So you're going to be paid out on a weekly basis. Your little percentage of interest. It's going to be locked up for 6 months, just so you know. You get your full money back at the end of 6. Whatever you put up, you get that back at 6 months if you want out. Otherwise, you can re-up. Let somebody else in if you want, or go on about your business, or re-up. But you guys have first come, first serve. Whoever already started, they get first come, first serve to re-up. After that, anybody else can join the party. All right. So we're going to keep it nice and easy. Nothing crazy, but return 0 to 5. The reason why I use that is because I'm not a financial institution. I'm not going to sit here and give you a number, because then that would mean some other stuff is going on. We don't want to go there. All right. Okay. Group economics. That's the way to do it. Hey, let's face facts. First of all, this crypto collapse that has happened. Hey, did you guys know that Nexo and BlockFi also got some sort of bailout money? Did you guys know that? For whatever reason, Celsius, they're all acting like, well, look at these other, Voyager, I'm sorry, not Voyager and BlockFi, sorry, not Nexo. Voyager and BlockFi, X out the Nexo, it's not Nexo. Voyager and BlockFi, they received some help, some financial help. So the only one who hasn't is Nexo so far. All right. But Voyager and BlockFi and Celsius, apparently Machinsky doesn't want to give up the keys to the castle. So nothing has happened there as far as I know. Sooner or later, though, he's going to have to make a decision. But some former government suggests 10 million layoffs needed to slow down inflation. Okay. So there's your global reset starting. Here's the thing. They are stalling the economy on purpose. That's what they're doing. So yes, there will be millions of layoffs. There's already probably 1 million layoffs this year, but it's quiet. It's 4,000 here, 2,000 there. 10,000 here. Businesses shut down, like during Christmas time, the guy's on a phone call telling everybody they're fired. I mean, this is just crazy stuff happening. So that's one way to slow it down, but that's not quite effective. Loss prevention, high during recession time. Sometimes employees steal more than customers. Exactly. That's exactly right. It's happening already. They hit CVS and Walgreens hard in LA. Exactly. Squatters in homes. Exactly. It's sad people trying to survive. Exactly, Vanessa Comingate. In fact, here's the most interesting thing about this. The most interesting thing in America is we could survive. What I mean by that is, you know how many homes are sitting vacant? What I mean by vacant, not that somebody cares about it. Those are the homes I'm talking about. There's homes that's sitting vacant. Nobody has stepped in years. There's homes that have been abandoned for years. And it's not like 1,000 or 2,000. It's millions. But yet nobody, you would think somebody would have made the thing happen, right? Where they would have said, hey, all the homeless people, you need to check in. We're going to do something. Here's a home. Here's a tiny house. Here's whatever they have. But there's millions of homes sitting empty all over the United States. All over. It's crazy. So without anything being done, to the point Vanessa was talking about, it's what's happening now is people are finding, somebody could be on vacation. Just like you see in the movies where people are trapped out in the wilderness. They stumble upon a cabin that nobody's at right now. So they just say, well, we need shelter. It's cold outside or somebody's chasing us. At least we can bed down here tonight. They're basically sitting there for a day or two, except in real life, people aren't leaving. So now that once or twice a year visit to the cabin, you show up, all of a sudden you find somebody that's like living there, pot of coffee, cooking food in the cupboards. You're like, they're hanging out. That's what's happening, ladies and gentlemen, because there's so many homes that are sitting there and people are thinking, well, people went on vacation. It's sitting here. It's got a sofa, a couch. It's fully furnished. We don't care when these people coming back. We're posted up here. We're eating their food. If they show up, what's going to happen? They're going to freak out, call the police. Come on. Or they're just going to stay there and then come up with some mumbo jumbo about how they bought the house or something. I don't know. But this is all going down right now, all over the United States. Curtis Davis, lots of love. Before the 2008 crash, banks were open 8 a.m. and until 6 p.m. Everyone made money or access. Then within months, they start closing branches. Yep. And we're only open 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 or whatever, 10 to 5. Open 10 to 2 on Saturdays. No longer 10 to 4. All kind of crazy started happening. It's got it right. It smells the same, looks the same. It is the same. By the way, banks are closing in 2022. If I didn't mention that earlier. One of my banks closed, by the way, here in Georgia. It's a Celsius situation right now with your brokerage account. Yeah. Money held, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if we see it. Not pretty. At Vanessa, LA, the first modern city with high rents, 2,500 in 2015. Now it's national. Exactly. Along with San Francisco was 2,500. San Francisco was 2,500 for a studio. And they don't even give you a parking spot in 2015. It's crazy. My nephew lived in San Francisco and I went to his studio and he told me, this is like $2,300 a month. I was like, what? Excuse me. It was no bigger than roughly 400 square feet, if that. I don't even think it was that. It might have been, it was like New York style apartments, maybe 350 square feet. Crazy stuff. Crazy. And it's here, ladies and gentlemen. There's no, in fact, let's get things straight. Not only are rents going to be this much now, They're going to be higher in the future, whether it's a house, an apartment, anything. All the rents are going up. Why? Because they're going to be printing more money in the future. This is not going to change anything, even during the global reset. Nothing's going to change. So again, you got to get yourself in position to make more money. Again, get that business started. Use Opus Virtual Office to make sure your business isn't out. If you're running your business out of your home, make sure you get an Opus Virtual Office or a virtual office. And you want that virtual office to report to the credit bureaus like Opus Virtual Office for your business. You want to be able to have somebody answer your phone live so somebody can say, hey, this is XYZ company. And is Eric there? And they say, hold on a second. They transfer it. All right, to whatever phone number you have. And then the mail goes there. And then your business fax number is there. They put you on 411. Those are the main things right there. Okay. There's even some other benefits, but those are the main ones. It's $99 per month. The $99 is a tax write-off. So I can't say enough. This is how you position yourself, because you're not going to want to go out here if there's robbing and stealing. You don't want to be out in that mess. You want to be able to collect money behind closed doors, basically. All right. When luxury apartment builders say 25 to 3,500, exactly. Rent's good, great for business, bad for consumers. Exactly. Again, here in the ATL, went by these so-called luxury apartments, $2,500 and up. Now, here's the other surprising thing. During this global reset that's happening, you would think that this would be like their luxury apartments, but you would be thinking, okay, this is some sort of, awesome complex where, like we were talking about spas earlier or nail salon, you would think that there would be a store downstairs. You would think that there'd be 3 or 4 pools on property, a game room, jacuzzis. You would think there would be amenities, right? No. One pool. That's it. That's it. Valet parking? No. That's it. No amenities except a pool. That's crazy. And they're called luxury apartments. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting outrageous. Getting outrageous. And here we are right now. Here we go. Curtis Davis confirmed, yes, BlockFi got 400 million. I wonder who they got that 400 million from. And so now you guys are understanding that crypto is also rigged, right? So let me ask you something. If BlockFi doesn't get the 400 million, they can't give yield, which now means they have to go bankrupt. They would be gone. Who has interest in the seeing that they get 400 million? Now, the Winklevoss brothers are connected with the traditional funding. Now I got to go pull it up. This is crazy, right? Let me see if BlockFi says it's liquidated a large client. Oh, yeah, because they had the 3AC. Following a 400 million liquidation by top tier lenders, BlockFi secures 200. Oh, FTX. Okay, there we are. Crypto lender struggles to raise cash. Last fall. Oh, whoa. Hey, look at this. They did 400 million last fall. And now FTX gave them 250 million credit line. Wow. BlockFi among those that foreclosed on 3 Arrows Capital. Well, they had to. Crypto went down. They had no choice. That's crazy. BlockFi basically got $650 million in the last 8 months. $250 million line of credit. Ladies and gentlemen, who has that type of money? Anybody in crypto, they're not loaning each other 400 million, 250 million. They don't have it. All right? Because crypto has dropped 90%, 75%. Come on. So who can give them the money? You know who it is. It's Wall Street. It's the banks. It's the feds, for Christ's sake. They're in bed with these guys. So that's why if the stock market goes down, crypto goes down. If the stock market goes up, crypto goes up. They don't want you cross asset chasing if they can help it, because of just what happened right here. And my point I was trying to make earlier is when the crypto market, think about this. Just keep this in perspective. If 1,000 people bought crypto at $50,000, right? Those 1,000 people, or Bitcoin at 50,000, those 1,000 people and the Bitcoin price goes down to 20. That is a wipeout, because if people sell it at that price or it stays at that price, that just wiped out millions of dollars worth of money that could be invested elsewhere if it stayed at 50. If it went above 50, that's where additional investment money comes from, because some people would sell a part of that profit and get that profit, then reinvest it into stocks or other crypto. So the road keeps rising. But in this case, since we're going downhill, you don't have that luxury. They have wiped out trillions of dollars of investment money from ordinary citizens because crypto and companies, like Michael Saylor's company and Elon Musk, Kathy Woods, and all them guys. But all I'm saying is, think about that wipeout. That is money that could have been used. Everybody that had nodes with all these node projects, the money's wiped out. All these DAOs, people that have money in the DAOs, that money's wiped out. Instead of being able to use as your duffel bag of cash, now that's gone. And now that duffel bag of cash is on a low. So therefore, you can't take advantage in a large way when the crypto market has dropped this drastically, because you already used up a large percentage of your investment funds. So just think about that. That's why this global reset is real, because they have siphoned off trillions of dollars out of investors' hands. Let's put it this way. I'll change it up. How about the bottom 70% of the wealthiest in America? Now, all of a sudden, you guys don't have the money, that extra money you were trying to use to put it in crypto or stocks or whatever, and these things have went down. You have lost wealth, so therefore you can't reinvest. You can dollar cost average all day long, but if the prices stay the same or go down a little or go up a little, you don't gain anything. So now people are going to take higher risk, or they're going to go over into the stealing mode. Might be a good time to become a hacker. You follow what I'm saying? I mean, seriously. All right. Yeah, someone bailed Block out. Byzantine Red, yes. It was FTX, who apparently is flush with cash, by the way, because FTX has their name in a couple of arenas. In Miami, the old American Airlines Arena is now called FTX Arena, and FTX had their logo on the floor. Western Conference, Eastern Conference Finals, or in the finals, logos on the floor. So FTX, that's who did it. BlockFi got bailed out by FTX, $250 million. There you go. Victor Marrero, our HR directorate at the bank, submitted a requisition for an analyst 3 weeks ago and have only received one applicant. This is crazy. We used to get over 100 applicants 3 years ago for the same. Wow. Wow. Well, an analyst, doesn't an analyst make like at the bank, don't they make around, what is it, 65, 75, something like that, K? That's $6,000 a week. I mean, $6,000 a month. So that's $72K annually. So that means I can't live anywhere, because if rents are $2,000 a month for a one-bedroom apartment, and you got to go buy a house that's worth $500,000 or $600,000, that kind of doesn't leave much room for working somewhere, making even 6 G's a month, 7 G's a month. I mean, it's going to be rough out here. because daycare cost, I mean, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Yes, killing them softly. Tesla sued by Nevada for no 60-day notice on mass layoff. Oh, man. Hey, you know when these guys are signing agreements like Tesla, when they get that funding, your tax money, by the way, when they get some of that free tax money, they sign these agreements. And the reason why they got that land, either free or for cheap, you have to sign these agreements. Well, guess what? Is this a surprise? There you go. They're calling in. They're saying, hey, you guys are messing up that contract. Mass layoffs. The biz sector claims it's only white collar. Many layoffs, Coinbase, Robinhood, Uber, and many, many more. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Curtis Davis, exactly. They're catching up to us. Vanessa Comagate, there you go. People don't understand, for every six-figure earner, there's 4 jobs created or depend on them. There you go. There you go. I'm confused why people aren't applying for these jobs. Vanessa Comagate, here's why. In my opinion, I'm just going to give you my opinion. The same example I gave earlier. Okay, so the analyst job, I'm assuming, let's just say they pay $75,000 a year. Let's call it $6,200 a month. After tax, right? That's gross. After tax, we're at 60, let's say. The problem is that's 5 G's a month. 5 G's a month, 30% of that is 15, 16, 1700. So in order for a person that works there to live somewhere, their 1-bedroom apartment is going to cost 1500. Now, most of these people, they're going to have skills, so they're generally a little older, so they might have a kid. So that job has to pay like 110 just for them to have childcare, just for them to have any stability. It's going to have to be upwards of 90 to 95, 110. So if we get to 110, 120, now you're going to have people, but I don't think they're paying 110, 120. I don't know if Morel can say how much it is, but I'm just saying. We can always look it up at Glassdoor, the range, but all I'm saying is that's the reason, because you can't live if where you live at is $1,500 a month. That means you have to make more than $4,500 to live there, and that includes without having any other bills. So that's why. One of the reasons. Then you throw in the kids, daycares. Then you throw in, inflationary situation where food costs. You don't know what food's going to cost 3 months from now. The same items you buy 3 months from now could increase 20%. And then they are actually going to increase 20%. No way around it. Curtis Davis. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you're into real estate, start looking right now. I just went to Zillow today. I had to go find out how much the family home cost. I thought it was, I'm not from here, so I thought it was, 200 G's or whatever. It damn near said 290 G's. I'm just like, how is this possible? I mean, I would have never guessed. It's nothing special, right? So the point is, real estate. Again, I say this every live stream lately, and I'm going to keep saying it because you got to be in position, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to, if you're thinking about real estate, maybe not the best time. But when the prices start coming down after this next little bull run, because there's going to be a bull run, when they start giving people these, as long as you can breathe loans, that is going to increase the value of property until all you can breathe loans go away. And now there are no real buyers. So all of a sudden prices start plummeting. All right. So that's what you have to remember. So go to the best neighbor, or go to the neighborhood of your choice, or look at the neighborhoods that you would want to live in. Find the homes, get about 10 homes that you think are off the charts, right? Find out who the builder is, because sometimes these builders make homes across town in another subdivision, the same home, right? So if you like a certain home and you like a certain neighborhood, then make sure you write them down. And then when stuff hits the fan, then you can sit there and say, you know what? Now is the time to go grab this up. And yeah, you might be sitting there going, man, this is going to be crazy. But I'm going to tell you again, there's plenty of live streams where I showed the mortgage calculator. In fact, I'm going to do it again. Vanessa, the jobs are low end, $15 an hour, not $25 an hour. They're saying there's two people for one job. Yeah, there is, but nobody's going to take $25 an hour. Vanessa Comagate, I know that's crazy. And those are HR operation jobs. People used to kill each other over these 3 years ago just to have the opportunity to work at HR. You're telling me about it. 2 jobs for one person. Okay, 2 jobs for one person. In 2022, they're pencil whipping the name luxury because investors need high profits. Exactly. Luxury everything. Curtis Davis, depending on the industry, that can be 10 jobs for one person or worse. The social infrastructure can't be sustained like that. What the heck is everyone doing? Exactly. Well, that's the problem. So this is same as 2008. Lehman Brothers canceled while other institutions got funding or merged. Here we are again. Welcome back to the same old, same old. Exactly. Some are low-end jobs, but then what about the high-end jobs like Marrero is saying? Well, see, that's what I'm saying, Vanessa Comagate. Is it real? Okay, look, let's go. In fact, why don't we just do this? Glass door, jobs. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do something else. I'll go to glass door. Okay. I should have went location, but I won't. Here's what I'm going to do. So we'll go here. I'll do this right here. In fact, I'll just do this. How about that? Okay. Chase. I don't know if it's the bank or not, but anyhow. Okay. We'll call it HR. Let's go see what we got. Should have just did. Well, we'll see what happens. Okay. So. Okay. This is India, so that's not going to work. I don't even know if that's the right terminology. HR bank, HR analyst. I don't know if that's right. Oh, okay. One Florida bank credit analyst, but that's commercial lending, 60 to 75K. Business analyst, workday specialist. Don't know what that means. That says 150 to 225. I'm pretty sure they're not 150 to 225. Sorry, that's definitely not the situation. Okay. So hard to say. So I'm just going to assume 75. I'm just going to assume 75. And yes, 3 years ago, if you're making, okay, 3 years ago, the $1,500 or $2,000 a month for a 1-bedroom was only $1,000. So nobody cared. They made $6,000, $5,000 after tax, maybe 53. So they actually had $4,300 left over. Right now, no luxury on that scenario. So I just can't see it. But that's what I had up. I was doing that, but I don't see anything on that. Vanessa, the government stats are cooked. The job available not classified as high or low paying. Exactly. Victor, you're correct. Thanks. There's a rumor NBA players had a lot of crypto. They lost millions in the space. Yeah. Think about the NFL players, the NBA players that said, pay me in crypto all last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It looked like a great thing from 2017 to 2021. After that, not so good. Goldman Sachs online savings account have raised their interest rates to 1% today. Just want to pass it along in case you're looking for a high yield account. This is hilarious. Oh my God. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that fun and games, we got to smash the like button from Victor Marrero. Fun and games, 1% interest rates for that high yield. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel and share the videos. Everybody on podcast, share the podcast. That's right. Occasionally I put these on podcasts, ladies and gentlemen, too. All right. Elon stated he's losing billions on Berlin and Austin plant. Oh, wow. Really? Why is that, Elon? Wait a minute. Look, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, let the stealing begin. This is what we're talking about here. You have to understand the global reset is happening. Nobody's going to be immune. Not even Mr. Elon Musk. You know why? Elon Musk, just like Nevada is suing him, Elon Musk has deals in place because he got free money from government entities, counties, states, cities, giving them free land as long as you do X, Y, and Z, getting subsidies from the United States government, which is our tax monies. And now you have to produce. And yeah, he has record sales. Stock price was overinflated, in my opinion, considering the competition has arrived. So these are factors that are all going to factor in on the global market because he's in global markets. He's on not every continent yet, but in the Asian market, European market, American market, of course. And so the question is on everybody's mind, you want an EV car? How much does it cost to run an EV? I don't know. I don't have an EV. In fact, my friends have an EV and they said it wasn't that much. But I'm going to tell you, energy costs are going to rise. They already have. So losing billions, I would not be shocked at that because he was loaned billions to do it in the first place. It's not like the guy took money, profits and reinvested it. He actually took your money, ladies and gentlemen. All those people in Austin, you're paying tax for his free stuff he got. He's not. And he's still claiming he's losing billions, even with a tax cut. Come on. The only people who can make it solo in America are six-figure earners. Ooh, unless you are a couple or lived in bump parts of Texas or Alabama. Yep, nobody can live in LA or New York in $68K a year. No way. That's impossible. That's impossible. I think it's above $75K, but even if that's the case, keep in mind there are other benefits, medical bonuses, mortgage interest discounts, etc. Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. Even if it's $100K, I do whatever number you want, but even if it's $100K, I understand your benefits, especially, but here's the question, Victor Marrero. So you call it benefits, right? I call it used to be benefits. Okay. In the old days, you had a job, your corporation paid for 100% of your healthcare coverage, dental coverage. Now, I don't know about their position, but if it's a shared pay for medical and dental and all that, then you're paying something. That's not as, appealing. Bonuses, I like bonuses. If you reach a certain level, bonus is always good. Mortgage interest discounts, okay. But again, is this going to outweigh my increase of 20% year over year? That's what I got to worry about. And that's what a lot of people are thinking. They're like, okay, I'm going to be locked in at 100K. That's beautiful. But what are we doing? I mean, if everything goes up 20% more, I got problems. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Curtis Davis, facts. That's why I'm self-employed and I did extremely well at Disney until COVID. Exactly. COVID has done damage all across the board for entrepreneurs because entrepreneurs were the ones that had to shut down along with major corporations. But in my opinion, entrepreneurs, the reset is harder because it's hard to capture back what customers you may have had, what or locations you may have had. It's all hard. Unlike if I'm a car dealer, it wouldn't have mattered other than we're short on cars, right? But you still have other cars to sell. If you're a business, you couldn't sell if you were shut down. So there's the problem. But we have to figure out this $100,000 or whatever a year job, why only one person would want to apply when 3 years ago, tons of people would want to apply. I can't figure out the whole reason, but you have to know part of the reason is uncertainty. Because if you make, let's give you some numbers. If you make $100,000, inflation goes up 20%. Now I have to make 120. So now I'm not getting ahead, but that's better than no job. I will say that. But the thing is, that's what's really happening right now. If things go up 15% more another year, now you have to make 115 to equal the 100K. So I can see all kind of problems, but it still does not, I can't figure out why people won't take a job. That's the weirdest part. There's plenty of jobs available, but those jobs are 15 an hour, 20 an hour or less. But people are saying, I'll rather stay at home, I guess. Because keep in mind, there's more people moving in with their family and relatives now more than ever. Just like 1929 all over again. All right. Curtis, facts. That's why you got to be self-employed. The U.S. government expects 2 people household can make 100K as a couple, but women earn less in most cases. You got that right. I know times have changed. Heck, they used to have actual pensions over 10 years ago. Oh, my God, yes. Just like the military and police get. Not your money, but the company's money. Now retirement equals your money. Exactly. I forgot all about that. Pensions, I forgot. That's not even a thing anymore, is it? I mean, man. And even if it was, companies basically get out of it. Retire early. Give up your pension because we're paying you right now. Crazy, crazy stuff has happened over the last 30 years. That's why you need a union, ladies and gentlemen. That's one reason, but even that won't help. Melanie Bonita's in the house. Miss 25 streams of revenue is here. Thank you so much for being here in the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. And she has the icon next to her name. A lot of people don't want to work because of the jab mandate. Oh, she inserted another situation. Okay. I would have never thought that would have been a thing. Again, most people that go to school in America, unless you're homeschooled, you had to have taken some things that you don't know what's in it. All right. And when you're born, you're actually given some things that you don't know what's in it that have caused repercussions to, 1 out of 1,000 or 1 out of 1,000,000 kids. So I'm kind of like confused. Curtis Davis, small business are the engine of the U.S. They take care of 40 to 50% of the population, and they are negative equity, but high revenue, 1 million to 4 million. Exactly. That's one of the factors right there that people have forgotten about the pandemic. They don't understand that how many businesses shut down affected at least about 50 million people. All right. Because there's still those 50 million people out of work. That's true, Melanie. I forgot about that. Exactly. I forgot about it as well. That's a very good point. We all forgot about the jab sit mandate. At Melanie, hello. Because yes, I had to reset ASAP. Exactly, Vanessa Common-Gate. Exactly. We all have to as a self-employed person because we're not like Elon Musk. We're not like, Bezos and all those guys. It's not like we can go out here and go, hey, you know what? Due to this downturn for the last 6 months, not doing anything we're doing, can you guys give us $200 million or 50 million or 10 million? No, we can't do that. We always have to reset whenever there's something different. And that's why in this global reset, you have to diversify and put yourself in position, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what it takes, you're going to have to figure out. You're going to go, okay, what business or what can I do that people may want to see or want to do? That's what you start thinking about. All right. Eric, Mr. Cole, hard facts, dropping info on subsidies. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it exactly. True, but most vaccines have been tested over 3 years, but the jab wasn't tested for only a few months. Exactly. Well, hey, let's put it in, it's one of those things. Here's the way I look at it, right? Whenever you do anything, you do the best, you do your own due diligence, you do your research, you figure out what's going on. So when somebody at the hospitals all over the United States, all over the world, and it comes to the simple fact, if somebody says this, we go to ICU, right? And in ICU, you have 20 beds. And you go out of the 20 beds, how many people were vaccinated? They go 1. If they say the other 19 are unvaccinated, okay, now you have to start going, okay, this is crazy. So you go to the next hospital and they say the same damn type of thing. You go to 20 of them and they say the same damn type of thing. I think there's something to it. Granted, the vaccine came out, but keep this in mind. Here's the thing. Bush in 2000 to 2008, remember, he set in place to where medical people were out here making sure for a pandemic protocol. He started somewhat of that. Obama comes in. He actually put in place a pandemic protocol team, which you know who disbanded. But he had it for 8 years, an actual team, and he had medical personnel working on in case of the next pandemic. Because pandemics are all going to be based on unknown factors, but there are going to be some sort of COVID. Because 19 is the one we're talking about now, but it's COVID. So these are some things. So doctors are working on just in case type stuff all the time. So when we have COVID-19, they started backtracking, going, okay, this is what we did during this COVID, whatever, 13, COVID 2, SARS 2. This is what we did. Could it be any of this? Let's test it out. So that because of previous pandemics, they're able to speed up potentially getting to a point where they can actually inject people and have people not dying at a high rate. And keep in mind, anytime you get injected with anything, you have that in you. So it's just a smaller dose. So your body creates antibodies. You have to understand how your body works. In order for your body to fight something normally, you actually would have had to have it introduced into your system and in your immune system. If you want your immune system to fight something, it can't be something new. So when our glaciers are melting, keep in mind, there's bacteria that hasn't been into the air in over millions of years. Our bodies, the human body, cannot accept that. We're not going to be immune to it. So people are always saying, well, how come people get sick, more sick? I'm like, well, because there's new bacteria in the air released from glaciers alone. Never mind some other stuff, toxic chemicals underground and all this other crazy nonsense. There's all kind of stuff that we don't know about planet Earth. And it's floating around and you're breathing it in and you are going to get certain viruses, certain pandemics. There's no way to get around it. So since nobody cares about climate change, glaciers are melting. And again, I'll reiterate, this isn't rocket science. If you have bacteria that's 2 million years old and it hasn't been on the planet Earth since, and it gets released back into the wild, human beings and every other kind of animal could catch it. You're going to eat that animal potentially. You could catch it. Think about it. It's not just from air, ladies and gentlemen. It could be from food you eat, plants you eat, all this stuff. You just never know. So that's how this works. There will be another pandemic. Don't worry about that. So that's why it's a good thing to start planting your own food, getting that fertilizer, making it happen. Get used to farming, because you may only find yourself with a few seeds down the line. Heaven forbid if a grocery store start closing up. All right. Just keep that in mind. Hello at Curtis Davis. Leah Dennis is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream where it's members only that can be in the chat room. And Leah Dennis as the icon and is here. Says good evening, SSN fam. I'm checking in late, but so glad to be here. Thank you so much. Even if it's late, it doesn't matter. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much again for being here, even if it is late. Who cares about that? And we're all very, very happy to see you. Nothing but love. Melanie Badia, yes, ma'am. At Vanessa Calmagate, in this bubble tech company, we're worth $4 billion with low rates. Now they are worth $1 billion valuation, high rates, and Google are waiting to buy them for $600 million. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the playbook. There's your playbook. This is how the rich get richer, because this is exactly what's going to happen. See, it works reverse. He just said the reverse of what happens. If interest rates start going lower, then these evaluation that would be $4 billion, no problem, because it's low rates. Interest rates start rising, they go, hold up now. Your business is only worth $1 billion, not $4 billion. And the top dogs, they have the stock power to absorb damn near any company, even their competition. I love being self-employed. I solve my own problems along with prayer. There we go, Vanessa Comagate. It gets there sometimes. That's how it has to be. Vanessa, yes, you control your own destiny. That's exactly right. Farming is key for sure. Everyone should be looking into farming. Exactly, ladies and gentlemen. And just what I talked about with regard to that vegetables in the backyard, maybe I should do that. I might do that too, because there's going to be vegetables in the backyard. So I might as well start that little YouTube channel, right? Birds Family Farm. Hey, why not? Gonna be doing it anyhow, because I look, you got to start planning, ladies and gentlemen. While you can get your seeds, while you can get that fertilizer, while you can get everything, you might as well get it set up, or at least have it in the garage, because seeds last forever. Remember that. Well, I shouldn't say forever. They last years. All right. So get those, have them set, even if you haven't started, but at least have something, because if you started, at least remember, it takes months to grow and bear fruit. It's not like you can put it in the ground and then walk out in 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 2 weeks or 3 weeks and there's something there. All right. That's not how it works. Just like you have to cultivate when you start your own business, take the steps to do it. That's the same thing that you have to do when you're planting food. All right. So keep that in mind. That's right, boss. Thank you. It's about survival, guns, ground, own food. Exactly. That's what it is. Because that's what's basically going to happen. I'm telling you right now, the way things are going, look, let's just get this stuff right here. I don't know where people are getting their mindset from, but let me just ask you something. If there's a school shooter at a school, people are calling up saying, hey, police, get down here. The police show up and stand around because dude has a weapon. Are you seriously not realizing that dude that has a weapon could be anywhere USA? So, what makes you think if 2 or 3 armed men come breaking in your house, you pick up 911 phone call and say 3 or 4 people here with weapons is in my house and they already shot one person. Get here fast. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to pull up at the front yard, block the street with their squad cars, get the blowhorn out and go, hey, how can we help you? They ain't rushing in the building. They ain't doing jack crap. Come on. You guys watching too much TV or movies. There has not been one time that any police personnel has ran into a shooting situation. Not in Florida, not in Texas, not in Colorado. Never has happened. Well, okay, I should not say never, because I'm sure there's one crazy brave soul out there. All right? Because here's the other thing that movies do not portray. The person that's coming after you is not the person that has the advantage. You know why? Because when somebody's coming after you, they have to walk through, meaning they can't hide behind doors. They can't hide behind bricks of a building. They can't hide behind boulders. They can't hide behind trees. They can't hide behind cars and chase you. So in order to chase you, they have to be out where? In the open, running after you and doing this, right? You, on the other hand, you could be anywhere. They're in the open. You're behind something. They have to come to you to get you. So see, it's not that simple. That's why people are like, why are the police standing out there? They know full well they come rushing in, they can be picked off because they have to be in the open to walk through doors. You have to be in the open to go around corners in the hallway. You can't hide behind stuff to chase somebody. You're going to get shot. That's the truth of the matter. And that's why people get frustrated when they go, why didn't police go in there? I'm like, I'll tell you why, because they're not going to chase anybody because you're wide open. The only way you're going in there is when the SWAT team comes and they have their, the gear on and the shields up. That's about it. How long is that going to take? 30, 45 minutes, an hour, hour and a half? I mean, come on, guys. So don't feel like you're going to be safe. And to the point of Vanessa Comegate, the global reset is here. So therefore, you have to have the weaponry in your house. That's all that's going to happen. And it depends on what type of weaponry you want, because again, everybody's enamored with these, 9mm, all this crap. Hey, I'm going to tell you something right now. If somebody has some armor on, you're going to wish you had more than a 9mm. All right? I'm just saying. Just saying. All right. This is the global reset. This is the cold, hard facts. This is the real out here in the field. Some of you guys are living out here in La La Land because you lived in America all your life. You've been spoiled. But I'm telling you right now, we're a third world country. You just don't know it yet. The only reason you don't know it yet is because prices of food haven't went high enough. Gas hasn't went high enough. Everything you buy hasn't went high enough, and electricity hasn't went high enough. These things are going higher. When damn near 50% of the population can't afford stuff, we got problems. And nobody's sitting around here going, oh yeah, we're going to starve ourselves to death. No, they're going to go, hey, I'm going to that guy's house. The lights are on. Come on, guys. Come on. Yes, 2022 better stay strapped up. Guns, bullets. Yes, the police are bogus. At moments, they ain't Bruce Willis. Exactly. Yippee-ki-yay. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody looks at. The movies and all that stuff. And when they're playing games, you're not realizing when people are, again, I don't want to give you guys any tactical information like this, but it has to be known. This is why you have to laugh when things are happening, because it doesn't work that way. You run after me, you might as well you're going to be shot. There's no way. You're in the open. And that's when that includes in a house. Because you see people walking through in a house in the movies, right? And they're pointing around, doing all this stuff. You just went through the door. If I wanted to shoot you, you would have been shot. You're not getting through the door, walking through the door. That's impossible. I have a gun. You're not walking through. And by the way, I'm hidden behind the sofa, which actually you can't hide behind the sofa because the bullets go through that, by the way. But I'm just using that as an example because in the movies, they hide behind the sofa and act like they block bullets half the time, but they don't. But I'm just trying to say, whoever's coming through the door, you're the one that's going to damn near get shot. Because I'm sitting behind the table looking at your ass. Like, he's really coming through the door? Come on now. Seriously. That's right, Chili D. Lots of love, Eric. Getting ready for a full battle rattle. Get your riot gear. Too real in the field. That's it. You preaching, sir. Okay. Set it off. Yes, Vanessa Comegate. Either way, how you want to call it. I'm just letting you guys know this stuff. The problem with America is they've had these movies and TV shows, and you guys are like thinking you're this Wild West, and you're thinking everybody's doing this. I'm like, this stuff, this stuff is going to be wild. You're in the streets and people are going to be shooting at you. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. You're going to be instant. This thing about getting down on the ground, this is, again, I understand getting down on the ground, but again, somebody's shooting and you're supposed to get on the ground. While this dude is coming at you, please. Come on now. This is crazy. Come on. Yep, we get full tactical class. There we go. There you go. So don't panic. That's all it's hard not to panic when you hear bullets going off and gunfire going off and it's coming whizzing by. You can hear stuff sometimes. So just keep in mind, though, your best position is a position behind something. So in order for somebody to get you, they have to get to you. So as long as you're behind something and you can still see them and can still shoot out, peek out or whatever, you're good. And then you move back to another position that you're hiding behind, because that just makes it even harder for them to come through and get you. So that's the thing right there. You don't want to get on the ground because people are shooting. Yes, I understand most people aren't shooting at the sidewalk, but you want to actually get behind something. All right. Something that stops bullets. Even if you don't have a weapon, get behind something. Don't dive on the ground. That's crazy. Only at SSN Academy, a life lesson course, no holds barred teaching. Hey, again, we're talking about the global reset. And a lot of people are out here thinking this is they're playing Milli Vanilli right now. They're over here in La La Land. They don't know what's real and what's fake. I'm just saying, you don't get to roll out like they do in the movies and in TV and then be like, okay, we're going to live another day because we just went through, 5 guys shooting at us and we're walking around in the open acting like heroes. You're dead. You don't get to do that. Come on. This is craziness. Scarface comes to mind, by the way. It's crazy. Comes to mind. Glorified Scarface. He's over here with the weapon. He's shooting all over the place, standing on the balcony. Real life, I'm sorry, you're dead. It ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. You're not getting off 200 rounds. Ain't happening. No, you're dead. Anyhow, I should just say, because we're talking about tactical gear. Look, I want this weapon, but I can't get it. I can't get it, unfortunately. Oh, man. It's actually military weapon, so that's why I can't get it. It has grenades in it, so the grenade launcher. Then it also can shoot a few hundred rounds per minute, and and a few other things. So wish I could get it, but I can't. Yeah, Scarface, the in near. Yeah, exactly. Because you're basically going to have groups of people. It's going to be like the Jesse James and all them guys in the old days, where you have 7, 8, 9, 10 people, and they're just going to go acting from house to house. That's it. Neighborhood to neighborhood. Either you join up or, you basically like gang environment. You're jumped in. There's no way around it. All right. So just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to wrap it up after the tactical talk, because you know how they like to ban some things. And especially with the gear I'm wearing tonight, F average, be legendary. Just remember, all links are down below in the description for earn free Bitcoin pennies a day. You can build your own network using a referral link or by adding your own many other devices. Don't forget about the Opus Virtual Office to start your business, because as Vanessa Comagate was alluding to, even if you're self-employed, you can always make adjustments with how much profit you want to earn. So if prices go up 20%, you know how it works. The customer is going to bear an increase in cost. That's just the way it is. They're not going to mind the increase in cost because everything's going up. So it's almost an understanding. They're seeing prices skyrocket, so they know your price is probably going to cost a little bit more too. Nothing wrong with that. But at least you get to go up with inflation. Unlike if you work at a job where inflation, you're going, hey, do I get a 10% raise this year? They're like, hell no. We'll give you a 2% or 3%. Okay, that's cool, but you're still negative. So that's the reason why you want to be diversified. Even if you have a job, then you diversify with some other ways of making money. If you don't have a W-2 wage job, then you diversify many other ways that you can do. So down below, don't forget your free $10 of Bitcoin from Coinbase if you haven't gotten that already. Don't forget your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. We're going to wrap this up tonight unless anybody else has anything else to say. And please subscribe to the channel if you like what we're talking about. Please join me and the rest of the SSN Nation on Friday Night Live. You never know what's going to happen on Friday Night Live, but we're going to have a little bit of fun. Okay, boss, you're a full-fledged rebel. Vanessa Comagate. Hey, like I said, guys, we've been through a lot in this crazy life of mine. It's been a fun ride. I will say that. One hell of a ride. Fifth update, mega thread to fight the shorters. Okay, Celsius Network trying to fight the shorters. That's funny. I just got an update. This is funny. Thanks, Eric. Many solutions for SSN. Okay. All right. So since she said rebel, I'm going to give you guys a rebel story. How about that? Here's the last rebel story because we don't have that many people watching. So maybe YouTube's not watching either. So you guys can imagine any town, USA, you know, I'm going to give you a story. So any town, USA, you're out at a club, one of the coolest clubs in the city. And at the end of the club, you and your boy, you rode your bikes that evening. This other cat comes to you and says, hey, man, I need a bike ride. I need a ride. We're like, what? Okay. I need a ride. And we need you to go here, go there. So we're going, we're driving, right? On the bike, dude's in the back. We're all good. We all know each other. We know what time things could be, but we're not thinking it's tonight, that time. All of a sudden, he starts directing. We pull up to a light. And let's just say in America, this stuff happens. Gunfire starts going off. And we're like, what the frick? He's one of those guys that you don't want to be around. But tonight, it's 1 a.m. in the morning. We're thinking he just got out the club. We're thinking all's good. We're thinking we're taking him to one of his babes' pads. Wrong. He was actually knowing where somebody was going to be, and he's directing us to go down this path. And he just didn't want to drive, so he's riding on the back. This is crazy stuff, ladies and gentlemen. This is the kind of stuff that is going to happen more and more in America. Except it's not going to be this random. Well, that wasn't random, but it's not going to be that type of stuff. They're actually going to be coming to your front door. All right. So if this doesn't scare you yet, my suggestion is I would suggest you secure some type of weaponry. I don't know what kind to recommend to you, but everybody's preferred choice. Well, I know if you can get an AR-15, you might as well get one of them. They're cheap. If you want to get a handgun, those are cheap. I'm just saying there's levels. I mean, a lot of people like 9mm. That's fine. But you might as well start with 45, you know, and there's some other weapons that I'm not going to talk about. But I would suggest you get something that can actually hurt somebody in one. Let's just put it that way. When you shoot at them, you want to make sure you stop them. You don't want this winging stuff, okay? Just keep that in mind. All right, that's it. Enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I just gave you a story, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. So when you say rebel, yeah, okay. There are situations. Situations unknown. Situations unknown, even here in the ATL. All right, that's it. So we're going to roll out 2 hours, 34 minutes. But before you leave, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're approaching 14,000 subscribers, which is awesome in 4 years. That's how it's going to be. Honestly, this can be real out here. Shortage of food will be out of control. Hey, Vanessa, comment gate. I will submit to everybody who watches this. I haven't shown you enough examples. Here's another example. Think about this. Black Friday. People are standing in line overnight to buy something that's in a store. They're still killing people and trampling people just to buy items. This isn't food. This isn't a place to live. If they're willing to do that over a frickin' sale, imagine if life depends on you having water or not. What's going to happen? I'm just saying. And with all that said, just remember one thing going forward, no matter what happens, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.